Hi, Brianna.
Hi.
This is Pooja, and I absolutely love the film. And Justice, they call you the man who's reshaping Hollywood. Show me one actor who has more range than Justice. Justice is one person who can do no wrong. How do you process these comments?
I didn't know anyone who was saying that. Who's saying that?
Me,
That's awesome.
I said it.
Is it all Brianna? Wow. Wow. Yeah, that means a lot. I don't know who's saying that, but that means a lot. Thanks, guys. Um, I don't know how to process that. I mean that definitely makes me feel good. I'm very happy to do what I love, and everyone wants to be good at what they love to do. Because if you're bad at what you love to do, then you don't get to do it anymore. So, yeah, that makes me happy. It makes me very happy.
So this was a film that you read the script in one go, which you usually don't. So what was it about playing Tom? Because Tom was one guy that I was rooting for.
I was rooting for him too. Also, how you know that is crazy. Did I say that in another interview? That's so crazy. But yes, I did read it in one go, and it's very hard for me to do that. I play a lot of characters who are desperate for connection. So I knew that Tom was definitely in my wheelhouse, but it was less about playing Tom that made me want to do the film so bad, and more how exhilarating the ride was. Also working with Julianne Moore was definitely a plus. I was like, I want to work with her. I'll play, whatever, party guest number 2 to work with Julianne Moore. But yeah, I just I really encourage audiences to go into this blind and just go on this ride with us, because they won't be disappointed.
And Brianna, absolutely fantastic as Sandra. She is a three-dimensional character because, you go along with her. What was it like to get into the headspace of this girl who's fairly simple, but then you realize, that she's a pawn in the game?
What was it like to get into that headspace? We talked a lot about her and how she changes and what she learns throughout this film. And yeah, I think I have a lot. From the minute I read her on the page, I had a lot of love for her, and I think I just let the love of her guide me through, choices and questions and curiosities. So it was a lot, but it was very satisfying, and I think she's an amazing character and a very, like you said, three-dimensional character, and we get to see that. So.
And you had a playlist apparently to understand her, is it? So what were
you
listening? Who were you listening to?
Oh, a lot of Sade. Love Sade. This New Orleans band called Tank and the Bangas.
Love Tank and the Bangas.
Boss. Nina Simone, Lauryn Hill, and many, many others.
Wow. Yeah. Also, this film is about living your worst lie. If you were to live a lie, what would that be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Wow. Oh.
If I would live a lie, what would it be? I would lie. Ooh, I would want to do one of those, like, what's that girl's name who did the thing where she pretended to be a socialite?
Yes.
Anna Delvey. Yeah. That'd be cool to do something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's controversial to say, but
hey, capitalism.
Yeah.
Liz up. If I could live a lie, probably I don't know, that I could ice skate. That's just always been a thing, that whenever it's like, oh, you sing, you dance, I'm like, I can't ice skate.
Yeah, so just tell everyone that you can.
I know. I don't know why that's always been like a sore spot for me.
I love this idea that you tell everyone that you can ice skate, but then never show them that you can't. I love that.
Awesome. And lastly, guys, any plans to visit India?
Oh, I would love to go to India so bad. I want to go so bad, but I don't have any current plans, but hopefully work takes me there soon.
Yeah, same here.
Well, we'll love to see you in a collaboration or in a Hindi film, if you've seen any.
Yes, I would love that.
Thank you so much. All the very best. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great questions.
Hey Benjamin, this is Pooja here. Absolutely loved the film. It was Notting Hill, then it turned into Ocean's 11 and Unusual Suspects.
Yes, great, you got it.
But what was it like for you, I mean, this being your first feature film after, directing, making those mini feature films season after season. Was this a little easier?
I would never say filmmaking's easier because every day there are just sort of the challenges for unique to that project. What was easier was the sort of single story. We're often as a television director, you are maybe directing multiple episodes, and so you are carrying in the back of your head maybe 2, 3, or 4 episodes, and often you're shooting those out of sequence. So that's a lot of story to carry with you when you're filming. The great thing about making Sharper and this feature film was that it was one story. It was one arrow that got fired and went from beginning to end. And so in a way that was a lot easier. The challenges, I guess, were I'd never shot in America before. I'd never shot in New York. I'd never shot on film before, so there's always something new and fresh and challenging that we as filmmakers, that's what we love. We love sort of standing on the edge and sort of jumping off and free falling. So part of that is you sort of want a bit of that and the energy that then comes into the film. So good and bad.
No, and you have this amazing star cast, and it just goes like this movie, and you don't know what to expect. So does that also make a director's job easier when you feed off the energy of these very brilliant actors? You have Julianne, you have Sebastian, and you have Justice Smith, and Brianna was just absolutely brilliant.
How lucky am I to have this most amazing cast? I mean, it's very difficult to talk about the characters without giving so much away, but when I came on board, Julianne Moore was already on the project. She is the reason why this project is happening. She was brought the script and saw there was a great part in there and was like, I want to make this movie. And then when she said I want to make the movie, suddenly Apple and A24 were like, we want to make the movie with you. And then then we met and we shared a similar love and a shared passion for the type of movie this was. So, so I have her to thank in so many ways for me sitting here today and talking to you about this film. And then the most amazing process of finding our Max and finding our Sandra and finding our Tom and finding our Richard and John Lithgow, I had loved and has stayed in touch with since filming with him playing Churchill on The Crown. And so I'd always secretly said to him how much I would love for him to be in my first movie, and so it was great that there was a seat at the table for him and he was over the moon. Sebastian, I was sort of, we met really early on and he just loved the script. He had so many brilliant ideas about what he could do with Max, but first and foremost, what I loved about his as an actor is he is unpredictable, and that's what you really want from actors. You want someone who is unpredictable, that surprises you all the time. And then Justice I love, and I want him to be in every movie I make. I think he is so full of he's such a lovely, his heart is so raw and you feel it on every single frame, and it's so perfect for the character of Tom, because ultimately he has everything that everyone else wants, but he really doesn't want that. And then Brianna Middleton, I'm going to say that again. Brianna Middleton is a name that everyone is going to know. We started out this process I started this process out thinking we could find someone who was at the beginning of their career, that this could be an amazing opportunity to sort of, to propel them into the business. And I remember seeing Brianna's audition and it just popped. It just blew my mind. It reminded me when I saw Emma Corrin for Diana, and how it's only happened twice, and it happened with her and it happened with Brianna, and you just know instantly there is no one else that can play that part. And that was Brianna Middleton.
And lastly, before we go, what if sharpers, the people there, were to come into the crown? It would be interesting if we just put these.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do a sort of, you mean like a mixtape of Sharper and the Crown? Sure.
Looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.